Up until just recently, I felt that Joe Montana was the greatest quarterback that ever played the game. I now reserve that right for Tom Brady.
He's battled through injury. He's fought through adversity on the football field and off the football field.
Last night, Tom Brady didn't just eclipse the great Joe Montana. Tom Brady eclipsed Michael Jordan as the greatest clutch player in all of sports history.
What we saw last night is a conversation ender as to who the greatest quarterback in the history of the National Football League is.
He is the greatest quarterback that has ever played. He doesn't have the strongest arm, but he's got the greatest will and pre-snap, drive, focus, endurance, discipline, efficiency, things that don't sell on the Kardashian show, but things that provide him with an edge on every other competitor.
You can't control the outcome all the time, right? You get motivated by the losses, you stay motivated through the winning. What you can control is your process. You can control those intangibles. You can control the work ethic, the consistent discipline, your attitude, your culture, how much you care. All those things are in you. They just need to be drawn out of you. And really, when you're in that position that you feel like you're got those pretty well under control, then you start passing those on to the other people that you're working with, that are parts of your team. Because I don't care how good any one of you are sitting out there. It doesn't matter unless you got a great team around you. I didn't know what my career was going to be. You know, a lot of you guys see me, and a lot of you guys were young when, I got drafted. I was a 6th-round pick. I was a 199th pick. I never forgot that. I still haven't forgot that to this day. I have a lot of perspective on where I was at one point in my life, and that not a lot of teams ever thought I could do anything for them. Not a lot of teams ever believed in what I thought I could accomplish for that team. So, obviously, this team is amazing, and people alluded to our families. I couldn't do it without my amazing family. We have the team on the front of our jersey, which is the Bucs. We have the team on the back of our jersey, which is our family. Our families are honored for life.
I would encourage everyone to play football for the simple reason that it is hard. It's hard when you're young to wake up in the off season at 6 a.m. to go train and work out, knowing that all your friends are sleeping in and eating pancakes. It's hard when you're on your way to practice, weighed down with all your gear, and it's 90 degrees out and all the other kids are at the pool or at the beach, and your body is already completely exhausted from workouts in 2-a-days. I am Tom Brady. It's hard to throw, catch, block, and tackle, and hit kids when they're way bigger and way more developed than you, only to go home that night bruised and battered and strained, but knowing you have to show up again the next day for just the chance to try again. But understand this, life is hard. No matter who you are, there are bumps and hits and bruises along the way. And my advice is to prepare yourself, because football lessons teach us that success and achievement come from overcoming adversity, and that team accomplishment far exceeds anyone's individual goals. To be successful at anything, the truth is you don't have to be special. You just have to be what most people aren't. Consistent, determined, and willing to work for it. No shortcuts. If you look at all my teammates here tonight, it would be impossible to find better examples of men who embody that work ethic, integrity, purpose, determination, and discipline that it takes to be a champion in life.
I'm going to work hard in the weight room. I'm going to work hard in the film room. I'm going to work hard to be a good student. And going into my 4th year, it was a little bit of a battle, and my teammates named me team captain, and I won the starting job. Sometimes it should go the other people's way. It shouldn't always go your way. So you get motivated by the losses. You stay motivated through the winning. What you can control is your process. You can control those intangibles. You can control the work ethic, the consistent discipline, your attitude, your culture, how much you care. All those things are in you. They just need to be drawn out of you. And really, when you're in that position that you feel like got those pretty well under control, then you start passing those on to the other people that you're working with, that are parts of your team. Focus on what you can control. Focus on what you're getting, not what anyone else is getting.
Whenever you get an opportunity, you take advantage of it. You treat it like it's the Super Bowl. You treat it like it's game day. Go out there and treat practice like no one else does. And I did that every single day. I'm trying to give you answers to the test. This is a lot of athletes want to maximize their potential, maximize their ability. You guys want to maximize the potential and opportunity you have in your business. Well, that's a lot. That's a lot of consistent discipline. It doesn't mean that you can have one good month. It means that you got to do a lot more right than wrong. It means you got to make a lot more good choices than bad choices. It means you have to be more disciplined than not disciplined. It means you have to surround your people with very smart people, not people that are going to help you think less. You got to challenge yourself, not challenge yourself less. So we're all faced with those decisions every day, and you get the opportunity, just like I had the opportunity, to choose. What do you want? What are your goals? What are your priorities? What do you guys want to achieve? You guys are sitting here as entrepreneurs, CEOs, leaders, running business, running families. What's the choice you get to make every day to wake up and say, all right, this is where I'm going to focus my time and energy? How disciplined are you to maintain that routine over a period of time? And I think that will determine your level of success. A lot of people can be really consistent, let's say with your diet, because it's always on people's mind. Like, I want to get healthy. Well, most people could say, man, I want to eat healthy for one day, or I want to exercise for one day, or I want to be more hydrated for one day. Well, can you do it for a week? Well, that's more discipline, right? Can you do it for a month? That's more discipline. Can you do it for a year? That's even more discipline. So I was so blessed to have this discipline over a really long period of time. I didn't know how to put the pads on in my pants when I tried out for freshman football. I had never played until that point except in the street. So I went on the field and I was like, I'm going to get killed out here. And my freshman year, I didn't even play. I was the backup quarterback on a team that went 0-8. That says a lot. I couldn't get on the field, and we never won a game anyway. Going into my second year in high school, there were workouts in the morning at 6 a.m. before school, and I was like, okay, I can get up at 6 a.m. and I can go do these rope drills where you run through the ropes. See a lot of people do that. There were these hills that we would run up. And there was probably less than 10 people there, but I was probably one of the 3 that were there almost every single day to try to continue to push myself to grow in these maybe physical areas that I was really behind a lot of the other people at. Because naturally, no one's good at everything. That's just not the way life works. I really started working hard with Tom Martinez to throw the ball better. My 3rd year, I won the starting job in my high school. And I loved the sport so much that I stopped playing basketball and I just played baseball and football. But in the summers, I would go, and my dad, who was very available to me, with the greatest mentor, the greatest dad I could ever imagine, was so right there by my side to say, hey, Dad, I want to be a better football player. Great, let's take you to the University of Arizona camp. Let's take you to the Cal Berkeley camp. Let's take you to the Stanford camp. This is when you just sign up and there's 1,000 other kids and you're just in a group, and that's just the way it was. But my dad was there to say, go for it, son. And if there was a blessing in my life that I would say, some of the things I blessed with, hard work, discipline, I was also blessed with being very naive. I had no idea how hard it was. But I believed, because I was like, I don't know, like I'm going to get better, and I'm going to be better. I got offered a scholarship to UCLA, and then they turned me away at the last minute because another kid signed before me. And I really wanted to go to USC. That was probably my first choice, but they didn't want me either. They signed another kid who was one of the top recruits on the West Coast. So I get to the airport in Detroit, and I call my dad, collect, and I go, Dad, I think I know where I want to go to college. And he started breaking down, and he's like, what? Leaving to go all the way back to Michigan. And he said, are you sure you want to go? And I said, Dad, if I want to be the best, I got to beat the best. And this is where the best are.